Hey folks, Mike Johnson here. If it's got wheels and an engine, you're in the right place. On this channel, we dive into car repairs, maintenance tips, and everything you need to keep your ride running smooth. If you're into cars and want to keep learning, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. All right, enough talking. Let's get into it.
The oxygen sensor, or O2 sensor, is an important part of a vehicle's exhaust system. It detects the oxygen content of exhaust gases leaving the engine. Fault code P0130 is triggered when the vehicle's powertrain control module, PCM, perceives a problem with the oxygen sensor of bank 1 sensor 1 or its circuitry. What does code P0130 mean? Fault code P0130 means O2 sensor circuit malfunction, bank 1, sensor 1. This indicates that the PCM has detected a potential problem with the oxygen sensor voltage, or air-fuel ratio sensor, or its circuit. The sensor to which this fault code refers is the first sensor in bank 1, or on the side of the engine where cylinder No. 1 is located. Trouble code P0130 is closely related to code P0136 in that the latter detects a similar problem but in a different location and sensor. Specifically sensor 2 in bank 1. If the O2 sensor doesn't respond at all, it may be due to a dead sensor, a short-circuited or severed O2 signal wire or, in some cases, an incorrect O2 reference ground. Conventional O2 sensors have 4 wires, the 2 heater wires, one of which is grounded by the ECM to PCM to control heating, and the 2 O2 sensor signal wires, one is a reference ground and the other is the actual O2 signal wire. If the reference ground wire or its terminal is compromised, open circuit, the actual voltage on the O2 sensor will generally be very high, 2.4 volts or more, but the ECM to PCM will interpret the sensor input as poor due to the open ground reference. Note that the definition of code P0130 may differ depending on the vehicle manufacturer. Consult the appropriate repair manual or repair database for the exact code definition. What are the possible causes of code P0130? Like most OBDI codes, P0130 can register for a variety of reasons. Those listed below are just a few of the possible causes of this code. Defective O2 sensor to air-fuel ratio sensor, defective O2 sensor to air-fuel ratio sensor, heating circuit, faulty sensor wiring and or circuit problem, exhaust system leaks, rich or lean operating condition, PCM problems, e.g. faulty, obsolete software, etc. What are the common symptoms of code P0130? The P0130 control motor code can manifest itself in different ways. Below are the most common symptoms you may encounter if you are dealing with this code. Check engine light on vehicle may idle or run rough, decreased fuel consumption in some cases, no apparent symptoms are noticed by the driver. How to diagnose P0130? Like all OBDI codes, diagnosing the P0130 code is difficult, given the number of possible causes. However, accurate diagnosis of OBDI codes relies heavily on identifying the exact problem. How to repair P0130? Although the P0130 code is supported by various makes and models, this does not mean that it can be solved by a generic patch. Diagnostic and repair processes for this engine code tend to vary according to vehicle year, make and model. For example, confirmed solutions for code P0130 in Toyota may differ from code P0130 in Kia. It may be best to let your mechanic solve the problem if you're not sure of your DIY skills. If you are sure of your automotive skills and knowledge, start diagnosing the problem. Determine what triggered the engine code and find the appropriate solution using online auto repair resources and guides. Consider investing in an all-data subscription for comprehensive factory repair information. Further notes on code P0130. The P0130 code may not be as severe as some OBDI codes, as it does not prevent your vehicle from operating. However, this does not mean that you can ignore it. If it is not resolved, your catalytic converter could be damaged. It's best to exercise caution and consult a mechanic if you encounter this code. Oxygen sensors and P0130. The oxygen sensor produces a voltage that corresponds to the oxygen content of the exhaust as it leaves the combustion process inside the engine. A conventional zirconia sensor produces a voltage that varies between 0.1 and 0.9 volts, where 0.1 V indicates that the engine is running lean and 0.9 V indicates that the engine is running rich. The PCM monitors the voltage produced by the oxygen sensor in a closed-loop, automatic system to determine how much fuel to inject. This enables the engine to run at its optimum level without generating too many air pollutants. To find out more about how oxygen sensors work and where Bank 1, Sensor 1 is located, you can read our technical explanation here. Code P0130 appears if the PCM detects that the oxygen sensor signal voltage is not what it expects. If the oxygen sensor detects too little oxygen in the exhaust, the engine is rich. This means that fuel is being wasted and carbon monoxide or hydrocarbons, HC, are being released from the exhaust. On the other hand, if the oxygen sensor detects too much oxygen in the exhaust, the engine is running too lean. In this scenario, the result is nitrogen oxides, because a lean mixture is very hot, and this is what binds the O2 to the nitrogen in the combustion chamber. When this happens, the PCM extends the pulse width to increase the amount of fuel delivered to the engine. In conclusion, understanding fault code P0130 is crucial for maintaining your vehicle's performance and efficiency. This code indicates a circuit failure in the first Lambda sensor, which plays a vital role in monitoring the air-fuel mixture. Ignoring this issue can lead to decreased fuel efficiency and increased emissions. If you encounter this fault code, it's essential to diagnose the problem accurately, whether it be a faulty sensor, wiring issues, or a malfunctioning engine control unit. Addressing these concerns promptly will help ensure your vehicle runs smoothly and efficiently. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more automotive insights.